What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the Road to Glory. Today we are building a new team with a couple of the Team of the Season players that we had. We're going to take it into FUT Champs. We're going to be using Team of the Season Glushakov. His card looks really good, very, very well rounded. And we're also going to be using Team of the Season El Ahmadi. Not so good with the weak foot, but medium high, 5'10", and I've had to use a 4-4-2 to build the squad that we're going to build, and then we're going to change formation afterwards. So to be able to complete the team that I wanted to build, I've got some news and some olds in the team. The news in the team, no, we'll start with the olds in the team. The first old that's coming in the team is going to be a Premier League left back. It is going to be Premier League left back Alonso. Of course, he's the best left back for me in the game. I absolutely love the guy. But the third new because of the Team of the Season guys. The first new is going to be Gary Cahill. Now, I'm not overly keen on this card. He's got good defending, all right physical. He's 6'4", which is good, but medium is a bit meh, and his pace is a bit meh. And I'm not going to spend the money to get a shadow card for him. So I'm just going to use Sentinel on him and hope that this risk pays off. Going back into the olds, we're going to be picking up David De Gea. And then a relative new for the other centre-back is going to be Mustafi. I wasn't overly impressed with Mustafi when I used him. I've used him for 6 games, as you can see. He's only 6 foot, but he does have medium-high work rates, and he's a little bit faster than Cahill. But like defending is the same. He's got a little more physical and a little more pace, but in general, they're very similar players. And then in at right back, we've got the old of Hector Bellerin. Bellerin now well over 700 games. This defense will change anyway drastically once the EPL Team of the Season is out, and we'll find a more concrete defense. I'm not overly happy with the 2 centre-backs. I could play any other 2 centre-backs. I could play Reed and Ogbonna, for example, which for me is my favourite centre-back pairing. They would both get perfect chem, but the 2 fullbacks wouldn't get perfect chem, and I don't know if I'm bothered, to be honest. No, I built this team, we're building this team, we're using this team. So I've got Sentinel on Cahill. Up front, guys, so we've got Russian League CDM, so I need 2 more Russian League players. So what I did is I went Russian League, and I went and had a look at who I had in the Russian League and who I could use. And we have, could have used Giuliano, but we're going to use the red Zagoev. And at striker, we're going to use Smolov. Smolov is a guy that I haven't used before. 4 games, all as a sub. His card stats look pretty decent. He's got a 4-star weak foot, high medium work rates. He's 6'2", so he suits me in the want of a nice tall striker. And Zagoev here, not someone I ever thought I'd use, but with high work rates, he's going to fit the team actually very nicely. He's a guy that you could play any which way. He's got nicely well-rounded stats that a chem style, a big chem style, a catalyst, a hunter, a shadow could like massively change his attributes. I gave him Maestro to boost the dribbling, shooting and passing. Just again, I didn't really want to waste chem styles on him. So there's a couple new players in there, Smolov and Zagoev, and of course Glushakov, the first Team of the Season. And then for El Ahmadi, we have got the Dutch, no, the Dutch League. The Dutch League here. Now for our special striker, we're actually going to be using Jorgensen. This guy, I've used his, I think this exact card on my pack-only account, and I quite thoroughly enjoyed it. And then the other card that we're going to be using here is going to be the red Ziyech card. I don't know how to pronounce his name properly, I apologise. So of course he only has 2-star weak foot and 3-star skill moves, but he's got really well-rounded stats. So I'm going to have to remember to play very basic football with these dudes here. And then Jorgensen, again, although he doesn't have the blistering pace, he's 6'3", high medium, 3-star, 3-star, incredibly well-rounded, just lacking a bit of pace. And for the sake of the purposes of this video and the experiments I'm going to be doing here with Team of the Seasons, I'm not going to go out wasting huge money on chem styles for the boost that they give. It's just not really that worth it, in my opinion. But this is there are basically 8 new players here that I never use often. I've put my bronze packed Team of the Seasons on the bench. We packed another one, by the way. We packed, oh, where is he? Actually, he's not even here yet. Let's reset all. Bronze high to low. I packed this guy here. So he's going to go on instead of the centre-back. And I now have 5 bronze Team of the Seasons that I've packed on this account. We've got a few decent ones. So I've got these 3 bronzes on. So if I'm cruising in the game, I'll bring one of the 3 bronzes on. And if I'm struggling in the game, I've got Martial, Lukaku and Hazard on the bench to bring on as like saviours. The way this is going to work is because I don't particularly like this formation. It's going to switch into a 4-3-1-2. The 2 blue cards are going to stay in the middle, as well as Zagoev is going to stay in the middle. Then Ziyech is going to go in at cam, and Jorgensen and Smolov are going to go up front. This is the team, guys, that we are taking into Foot Champs. So of course, I'll do the the player instructions during the actual game. This is genuinely one of those situations, dudes, where I absolutely don't care overall about the result. Like, I don't care if I lose, okay? But that's not to say that I won't get frustrated in the game if I'm losing. I will most probably still get quite agitated at this game in certain times, but I'm going to try my best to keep level-headed. It's very unlikely I'll finish all 40 games this weekend league, and it's very likely I'll only get somewhere between 20 and 30 games, because I think that's like a nice casual average of FIFA for me and in my opinion. So that's kind of where we're heading towards, what we're gearing for. And the aim, as per usual, is just to test out how these players play. Try and figure out if we enjoyed some of the new players, if we don't like some of the new players. And of course, as more and more Team of the Seasons get released, we'll be able to build far more creative teams than what we've picked up here. So Ziyech will be going in there. So Zagoev, Glushakov and El Amadi in midfield. Smolov and Jorgensen up front. This is definitely not your meta team. This is not something that you would typically see. But, we could be through straight away. It's going to be Zagoev. And we've got the runner at the far post. No chance. Was unable to get that ball at the front post there. Now, we have got a lot of big dudes in this team, so maybe we'll whip this one in. Oh, Smolov, big header, save from Mandanda. Mandanda is a short goalkeeper, so note to self, definitely try the long shots and potentially like crosses on top of the goalkeeper. It could be more beneficial. Oh, that's nice from El Amadi. First team of the season to have a shot for me. Oh, Mandanda saves it. Unnecessary, I think. I think that was going wide. I don't know who... We've got Glushakov taking my set pieces. I don't know if that's wise or not. There's El Amadi into Smolov. Smolov into Mustafi. Ooh, Mustafi almost fouled there. Jorgensen turns, shoots. What a finish. As I said to you guys, this guy has got some clout. He's got an amazing ability. Outside the box, long shot, face-up dribble with left trigger, right trigger. And as I said, you've got to try the long shots on the shorter goalkeepers. Mandanda's probably like 6'9", right? He's probably like 7 foot or 7.5 foot. But his body structure in the game is small. And it's hard to explain, but for example, last year, Hesse was what, 5'10", but I often confused him with Ronaldo because they had exactly the same like body template, and it seemed like EA just like copy and pasted Ronaldo, gave it to Hesse, and that was how the situation was. And that was for me, oh god, that's a good ball. That was for me one of the big reasons why Hesse was so overpowered last year. You know, for quite a low rated card, yeah, he had 4-star, but his stats weren't like sensational or anything, and he just managed to perform massively. And it's because he seemed to have like the body type of a huge guy, but had the running ability and the agility of a small person, and that's really, really rare. And it seems like, I don't know how tall or short Mandanda is, but his body type is like, oh, that's not okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, his body type like is a body set that is basically looks very small in game. So even if he is tall, he might appear short. Let's go with Jorgensen here. Oh, we've got a man on the edge. I don't know why it's Hector Bellerin. We get it into Ziyech. Ziyech, I don't know how to pronounce his name. He puts it in the back of the net. And it's my two red boys that have scored the goals. I'm probably going to get an early rage quit here, lads. Not going to lie. 2-0 very early on. Ziyech and Jorgensen with the goals. Very nice indeed. And hopefully, I was getting a bit worried there as well, because at 1-0 that guy did have a couple of attacks. He could have scored with Anthony Martial. Goalkeeper made a big save. It was a bit of a weak shot, but it was a decent save. But dudes, team of the season is here. I'm super excited. It's still Friday, the time I'm recording this. This will be Saturday's video though. The reason why I'm recording it on Friday, I want to get ahead a bit so that I can start streaming a bit more. So if you guys are interested in watching my my streams and me streaming some of the gameplay and stuff, I'm going to record all of the gameplay this weekend. Like last weekend, I played games on stream and I never showed them on video. I was just like, okay, they was on stream. If you want to watch them, go and watch them. But I want to try something this weekend where I'm basically going to generate a spreadsheet that is tracking very, very detailed stats. So I'm going to track times goals were scored, how they were scored, like were they scored by a header, by a set piece, by a long shot, by in the box, outside the box, on the head, what minute they were scored, what my team rating is, whether I was home or away, what my opponent's team rating was, and all basically trying to track everything as much as I can. The win streak, the team, like, you know, as I say, like the minutes scored, and even as far as then counting everyone's individual stats. So going into the match afterwards and looking at the passes and the dribbles and the shots taken, and I'm going to give like full Opta index stats for everything, which obviously might make my gameplay a little bit longer. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show every screen. I kind of want this guy to have a chance or two so he doesn't quit and doesn't feel like he's out of the game. I'm going to show every screen after the game in videos, and then when I go to edit the videos, I'm going to then start tracking it all and finding it all then, so I can see exactly what I want and exactly what would look good and exactly what's useful, just to see if we can find and spot any patterns in gameplay. Like, you know what I mean? Like the guy that I showed you guys, or maybe I showed it on stream, there was a guy on Reddit that basically tracked all of his stats in depth, and I noticed just from his own stats that he didn't really score many goals during the 45th or 90th minute. Well, he actually tracked it from the 41st to the 45th and the 86th to the 90th. He didn't really score many goals in those minutes, but he seemed to concede a lot of goals in those minutes, and the majority of his goals conceded were from shots outside the box. So, you know, you could kind of then gather that maybe his defending is quite passive. So when his opponent gets towards the top of the box with a bit of space, if he backs off, obviously then he's going to allow his opponent some space. He's going to be at there, you know, then his opponent's going to be able to get some easy shots off on goal. So I want to see if I can find any patterns like that for me. You know, I'm going to track what formation I used, so on and so forth. So if I can notice any patterns, maybe even though I feel like, you know, I know a lot of the problems in my gameplay, I know that a lot of it is due to like my mental inability. I know a lot of it's due to the fact that I panic a lot when I'm defending, and in fact when I'm losing, I also panic a lot when I'm attacking as well. I take a lot of is that not a foul ref? No. I take a lot of like I just make bad choices basically. When I'm losing a game, I make very bad choices. There's nothing else to it. There's nothing else to say other than that. So I want to see if, other than me knowing certain things about why I concede goals, I want to see if there's anything else that I can spot in terms of patterns of play. Like, do I concede most of my goals from corners? Do I concede most of my goals from set pieces or long shots? Because if there is a pattern to something that I'm doing right or something that I'm doing wrong, maybe I can work on it. And go on, I want to go with one of the team of the season cards. Maybe I can work on it, and then next weekend league, I can focus heavily on trying to improve that side of things. You know, for example, if I do concede most of my goals from corners, for example, like maybe I concede most of my goals from my own corners. You know what I mean? Like, I have a corner and I concede a goal. I know I concede some of them, but maybe there's more to it than that. So if I do concede most of my goals from my own corners or from my opponent's corner, what I'll do is I'll start changing the way I take my corners. And although I might score a few less goals from set pieces, who knows? I might concede so many fewer goals, not so many more fewer goals. I might concede so many fewer goals that actually I win far more games. Okay, I might win 1-0 or 2-1 instead of 3-1 or 4-1, but a win, you know, I might start winning a game 1-0 that I would then have eventually or potentially lost or drawn and gone to extra time or penalties, and then eventually lost, you know. So we brought on our 3 subs. We've got Akinde, Akolo. We've got the bronze guys on. This could backfire tragically. My opponent hasn't been the best. Okay, he hasn't been the most obscene player I've ever seen, and I think he's tilting as well, which makes it a little bit easier for me. And my midfield and my defence is full gold and very you know, very strong, very good players. So with that in mind, hopefully we don't concede. If I do concede 1 goal, I'll likely start shutting up shop a little bit more. But I want to give these bronzes a little bit of a try. See if we can get a goal with the bronzes. A good shot there. Bit of a weird angle for the shot. This guy's called Henri. I don't know why he's called Henri, but I like it. Because obviously for me, Thierry Henry is my favourite player in the game. Can we get one here with Akinde? Oh, it's hit El Amadi. I've got 5 team of the seasons on the field right now, guys. 3 bronzes. Imagine bringing on bronzes as subs in weekend league. Not just a bronze, but 3 bronzes all at once. Hopefully, I've already created a chance to know that I can create the chances. But it's more about making sure I score 1 or 2 more, or at least not concede. Like I don't want to give up this game so far. I feel like I put in a really good performance, and the last thing I want to do is waste that. So we're going to try and do more to get a 4th goal. Because I think this guy's gone at a 4th goal. He's already kind of like rage sliding and stuff. He actually seems to be composed on the ball when he's got it for some weird reason, for no reason. Like he's kind of passing around like he's the one that's 3-0 up, and it's always hilarious to me when people do this. But I respect it because maybe he's just trying to change something. Maybe he was getting tilted in the first half, and then he thought to himself, no, you know what? Let me just try and control the ball a bit more. Let me not make sure that I don't anger myself to a 4-0 or a 5-0 or a 6-0 loss, but actually try and stay composed in the second half. Maybe get a goal or 2 back and see what happens. And that's a really, really smart way to play FIFA. Or maybe somebody else is playing, or maybe this is how he was always playing and I wasn't seeing it. That's got to be a free kick there. If this guy has bagged me a couple of times and the ref's given nothing for it, it's a little bit disappointing. But there he is again, going with his slide tackles. He seems to enjoy a slide. Oh god, that ball roll. I actually lost possession of the ball roll as I ball rolled. That's how bad some of these bronzes can be. Of course, they do have some good physical stats and pretty good pace, but their dribbling and shooting and passing stats, they're not the best. So if I can use the pace of the players to get in behind, it doesn't even mean that, like right here, it doesn't even mean that I'm going to get a goal. But am I going to get a goal? Yes, I am. The debut game for the bronze team of the season. I don't even know who it was. I didn't read the name who it was. But he's gone. He's gone. That was it. A bronze player scoring against him was more than enough for him to say good night. So we get a nice, huge 4-0 win in our first for Champions games, guys. Very, very nice way to do things. Of course, scoring. I think it was Akinde that got the goal. Was it? No, it was Onyekuru. It was the cam who broke forward. So we also got 2 goals from Jorgensen and 1 from Ziyech. We got an assist from Akinde, assist from Smolov, and an assist from Hector Bellerin. So I want to show all of these stats. So what I'm going to do now is just go through page by page, just so that when I'm editing the video, I can take a screenshot of all of this, so I can give back. I can basically take all the information. So goal assists are there, shots on target are there. I didn't really have that many shots, to be fair. Passes completed. Wow, Glushakov coming up big, 17 out of 19 passes. I didn't really pass the ball that much that game. Dribbles completed, not bad from Glushakov again, and El Hamadi as well. Jorgensen with 9 out of 9. That Jorgensen was tidy, man. Some of his goals were nice. No crosses completed. Tackles, nice from Zagoev, nice from Ziyech. My defenders made 1 tackle between them the whole game. De Gea made 1 save. And the boys, I don't know if the fitness is important, but now I want to check this guy's team. Now, of course, he had a pretty good team. Martial, Lukaku, Eriksen, Kante, Matic, Dembele, Azpilicueta, Mata, Eric Bailly, Valencia, and Steve Mandanda. Of course, he scored no goals. No own goals as well. No goal assists, of course. His shots, he had 1 out of 2 on target with Martial and 1 out of 2 on target with Lukaku. No other shots were made. Passes, wow, he definitely put a lot of passes together compared to me. And that is basically because when he kicked off at the second half, he just seemed to pass it around his midfield a little bit more. I don't know if he started with a 4-1-2-1-2 either. Didn't he start with a 4-3-3? I can't remember anyway. Not that it even makes any difference. So dribbles for him is there. A lot less dribbles than me. Crosses completed is none. Tackles 1. See, his defenders made a lot more tackles. Eric Bailly came up big for him. Saves, obviously, Mandanda made 5 saves, and now I can't see his fitness. So we want to go and take a look at the match coins earned, the match facts there. So I won 4-0 away from home against Belando Guy. And a comfortable victory it was. So when we look at the match facts, I had 4 goals, 11 shots, 10 on target. One of his shots was from the halfway line. He put in far more tackles. My pass accuracy and shot accuracy was fantastic. And then when we look at the match events, I just want to flick through all of these scores. I literally want to flick through all of this, guys. I won't necessarily track all of this information, but I want to have it on screen so that I can see when I start to track information. I can see what I've got, basically, what I want to take and what I don't want to take. And if I left something out, I'd be a little bit gutted. So that seems to be everything there. In terms of match highlights, the first goal from Jorgensen was nice. Nice long shot from the top of the box. Okay, gets tackled, gets the ball there, face-up dribble, and just bangs it. And that's a great finish. And I knew Mandanda was unable to make the saves, dude. Like, he's just too short as a goalkeeper. It's just, even if you're not getting the ball directly in the corner, because the goalkeeper's so short, it doesn't matter, because his arms aren't strong enough to get out there. We then scored with Ziyech here, and I apologise if I'm saying his name wrong. If I am saying it wrong and you want to correct me, feel free. Opens up his body, hits that on the left foot, goes inside the post, past the goalkeeper, and into the back of the net. We then scored with Jorgensen again. After 25 minutes, threaded him through, get past the defender, lovely low driven, into the far corner, and that was 3-0. And then, of course, the fourth goal we unfortunately can't see. So my first game of Weekend League is a very comfortable victory, scoring with a bronze, using a very unique team. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play 5 games with this team, not necessarily 5 in a row either. I might switch between this team and my main team, just to give some kind of break. I might play just 5 games in a row with this team. Who knows? I've got plenty of fitness cards now because of the bronze packs that we've got. So I might just play 5 games with this team and see what happens with it. See how many wins we get. You know what I mean? Who knows? I might win all 5 games. And of course, 5 games with in the first 5 games is not going to be as difficult as the 5 games in the last 5 games. So I sold my Batshuayi, by the way. As I started recording this video, you'll notice a cut edit. As I started recording the video, Batshuayi scored. I bought him for 27k, his ones to watch, and it sold for 55k. It can't possibly be still 55k because his card isn't that good, and an inform will be an 84 rated inform that won't be nearly as good as other cards that are available right now. So his card, wow, it looks like it's extinct. So before today, it was 17,000 coins. I sold that Oxlade-Chamberlain as well, and another Bergstaller sold. So I sold my Batshuayi for 55k. His max bin is 65k. I actually put it up for 30k start price and 55k bin because I was like, hey, look, if somebody puts an open bid on him, happy days. If we get a lazy buyer, happy days. There are no ones to watch Batshuayis on the market, so I could have sold him for 65k. There you go. Look at that. There's one there. He scored for Chelsea, which is the goal that won them the title. So Chelsea have won the title now. But I'm more than happy to get 55k. And this is what I said to you guys when I didn't do some of those SBCs that required. I think was it the Son, not the Son, the Kante and the Dele Alli. They required ones to watch cards for some of those, and I didn't do them purposely. I said to you guys, I'm going to hold on to them because you just never know when they're going to do something that's going to cause their price to increase. Okay, it was only one. But boom, look at that. That is now Batshuayi gone for 55k. All I need is, at any given time, any one of these guys to do anything in a game to sell them in the hype and make profit. So I made a nice amount of money off of him, which is very, very, very nice. I've got a lot in the club still. Obviously, I've got a lot of informs, a lot of investments, a lot of stuff just sitting here, waiting, and not doing too much. A lot of my stuff I've lost like quite a bit of money on. Like these are Cardies. I bought him for 41k. He's down at like 32 or 34k now. The 88 Icardi I bought for like 50k, and he's down at 40k now. But I believe that their prices will rebound, and if they don't, hey, who cares? In terms of Heung-min Son, I don't know if I want to do him. I don't know if I want to do him now, because what I'm intrigued about is right now is 197,000 coins. The marquee matchups is down to 40k, so I'm definitely going to do that. But the Heung-min Son is down to 197,000. I could use kind of a hybrid of, you know, we talked about this in the last video. Instead of using 5 reds, and I need another 84 here, maybe I just get rid of, say, just Arnautovic and just Alonso, and then go and buy 4 random 84s, or a 5th random, 4 random 84s, get those reds out, and use that as the team. So it'll only cost me the cost of 4 84s. Which right now let's say I went and bought, say, Ramsey and Xhaka, Juan Mata, those kind of players. They're about 6,000 coins each. So it'd be 6, 12, 18. It'll be 24,000 for those, plus what I've got here, plus the Cahill. You're looking at about 60,000 a team. But because I've already got some, I know there's opportunity cost involved here, but because I've already got some of these items, I don't necessarily need, I don't need to buy too many more. And I might even get away with, an 82 striker instead of, what do I need here? So a 77, a 77 takes me to a nice rating. What does an 82 do? So an 82 takes me to an 83. What does an 83 do? Oh, I don't even have a. I need to. Well, I don't even have an 83 rated striker. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I might fiddle around with it and maybe throw in 1 or 2 reds, and then go and buy a couple and see if I can bring the price down to about 120 to 140k expense. Then we'll get that back in packs and we'll get the Heung-min Son. I think that would be pretty awesome. But for now, guys, no, this isn't going to be the end of the video. What we're going to do now is we're going to go open 5 of these bronze packs and see if we can pack ourselves another team of the season. It would be very nice if we could. I think I've got a couple of bronze packs here. I'm going to save these. No, it's stupid to save the bronze packs because now is the bronze team of the season. Now is the best time to open the bronze packs. And in terms of fitness cards, dudes, you can actually buy squad fitness cards now for 150 coins on open bid. Nick listed loads of his squad fitness cards, and some of them didn't even sell for 150 coins. That is mental. The fact that you can, like, you can literally get 10 times the value when their price goes back up. Like 1000% increase. That is sensational. We'll probably pack one, so I'm going to open 5 of these. Oh, straight away, boys. Team of the season, number 6. This guy looks decent. Most of the I think I've got 6 team of the season cards now on this account I've packed, and 4 of them are very, very good, or they are 4 of the best anyway. That's amazing. He's only worth 6.5k. There's only a couple of them that are worth more. 4-star, 4-star as well. That's really nice. Senegalese, so he can link with Mane. So next week's weekend league, he might be a viable option. Put Mane and Balde Diao either side of him. Whack a Hunter card on him. He'd get 90 pace, 80 shooting, and 74 dribbling with 4-star, 4-star. What a god. Maybe even whack an attributes card on him as well, because you can do that. That's awesome. That's genuinely awesome. I say a lot right now. And there you go. Again, just showing that these bronze packs are profit, boys. Now, the silver squad fitness cards, still 800 coins. Maybe already the consumables market is already rebounding. Maybe so many people noticed how cheap it was that they're all buying it so much that it rebounded. Who knows? But we get a team of the season in the first of 5 packs that we were looking to open. I would love to pack, guys, a silver team of the season out of one of these packs. That would be, for me, pretty spectacular. I'm saying a lot. And you know why I'm saying because I'm ill. So instead of swallowing, I'm saying so here we go with the gold squad fitness cards. So they're already at 350 on open bid. That's even at 400 on open bid. It seems like the initial rush of everyone packing and selling them has gone. And it does look like they've already rebounded to about 500 to 600 coins. So if you did manage to get some, especially when I made the video yesterday, you would be making absolute bank right now. So I'll open a couple more packs here, dudes. We'll open just one more because no, we'll open one more after this, because then that'll put us on basically about 200,000. Look at that again, man. A squad fitness card again, a free bronze pack. I'll save that free bronze pack for another video. We'll open one more of the 1.5k packs. And for me personally, dudes, I just feel like these bronze packs are just like infinite profit right now. If you've got the patience to sit there and go through and open them, save all the consumables and sell them at a later date, you're online to make an absolute killing out of these bad boys. It just depends whether or not you can, you have got the patience or not. But that, guys, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy this, I'm actually going to be on exactly 200,000 coins. How about that? What are the chances of that? This is going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.